Okay, so this is where my daughter's little computer chair sits, where she, sits there and plays video games and stuff. Um, so this is actually my dining room, and these things right here, they go to another board that's like this one. As you can see, I've already painted over some spots, and they were because of the markers or whatever. But as I started painting, like right there and stuff, and then I move the chair and I see all that down there. That's probably from like her feet or whatever. Now, the last time I painted this was a year ago, because in order to get ready for my daughter's party, I kind of wanted to clean up her little corner or whatever. Usually I'm pretty OCD, but it's just like I would have to do this like every week, and I really don't have anywhere else to put this thing in the house. So I kind of started having like a slight panic attack or whatever, not because of the mess, but because it hit me exactly how my narcissistic mother would react to something like this. Now, right now it's like about 5:30 in the morning. I kind of have issues right now where I'm up all night and then sleeping a little bit during the day, like taking 2 naps. Um, so if this were my narcissistic mother moving this to clean behind here or whatever, she would probably get up and go wake me up in the middle of the night and start screaming at me about this and about how I always ruin everything and how I'm going to be a worthless piece of nothing and I'll never amount to anything, all because there is some scuff marks and like dirt on the wall. Like down there, I'm gonna wash with a washcloth because do that first and then see what I have to paint over. But to me, this is just a part of being a parent. Your kids are gonna make messes, and this I see as my fault because I didn't think, like, it happened last year, and I didn't think to maybe put some felt over here or like right here on the sides. At some point I'm going to be refurbishing this chair or this little desk for her, but not anytime in the near future. So yeah, just kind of, my heart's still kind of racing a little bit because just thinking about her reaction. So even though I've been no contact with her for a little over 2 years, and I've been healing a lot, it's just, well, maybe I'll turn this around on me a little bit. Ooh, my roommate's actually home, so let me pause this. Okay, that was actually really weird. I heard my storm door open and shut, and it's like insanely loud. It slams, so I totally thought she was home. So anyway, like even after being no contact for over 2 years and healing as much as I've healed, there are still moments that you're gonna have triggers. I have them very few and far between, but this is kind of like a major one for me because it would feel like I deserve, like the way she would treat me is I deserve the death penalty for that little mess. To me, I see it as nobody got hurt. It's cleanable, repairable, you can paint over it. It's not a huge deal. It would be totally different if, like, you know, she slammed the chair into the wall and there was a huge hole in the wall, you know, she might get in a little bit of trouble for that, but like no computer for a few weeks. But I don't know, it's like I said, part of being a parent is picking up after them and making sure they clean up after themselves. I mean, obviously I'm not going to make her, you know, paint that, because I don't want her getting paint all over herself and whatnot, because paint can be kind of toxic and I really don't want to risk it. But I mean, it's just not a big deal. So this is just kind of like an impromptu video, because it just kind of, I don't know, it was weird. I was just painting, and then all of a sudden the panic set in about what would happen to me if I had done something like this, or something like this happened in my mother's house, and how I would be treated. So what I'm wondering is, if you guys, like, have you ever been in the middle of doing something that triggered you? Like, I don't know, say you're in the middle of cooking and you make a little bit of mess, or just doing whatever, and it just kind of hits you in that moment, like, oh my God, you know, like, this is what, it's kind of like a flashback of how you would be treated if, I don't know, you didn't clean up something right away, or but what I've read about things like this, it's kind of like a symptom of PTSD or CPTSD. So I don't know. Just let me know if you have any stories where you were just triggered. I'm sorry, I'm still like kind of panicking from it, because it feels like, you know, when you have a dream and you just wake up from it and it feels so real. That's kind of what's going on with me, and I'm kind of like a little bit confused. So I'm not totally, I guess, coherent. That, and I'm actually starting to get tired. Oh, that, you know what? I think it was my dog that made that noise. Anyway, so go ahead and leave me a comment, and take care.